For a guy like that, what do you do to continue to build confidence, not just from that
Sure.
game, but just over the course of the
Take advantage of all the practice reps and make sure that we're watching the practice reps with him. Make sure that we're executing in practice. He's doing a phenomenal job. He's doing his job in practice and continuing with our one-on-one meetings with our guys and continue to build personal relationships where the trust is there. So he's in a good space and he'll be ready to go.
Malachi mentioned yesterday that defensive players have communicated wanting to get signals in a little faster. I guess what have those discussions been like, and what are you guys trying to change in that regard?
Love Malachi, the work that he puts in every single week. His heart is in Alabama more than anybody I've ever been around, and we're going to do everything we can to put our players in the best position to be successful and continue to learn and grow from this past game and all the games that we've had. So, that's maybe is a hot topic and a hot discussion about things, but we're trying to find every single way we can to continue to improve and grow and get better. And those are one of the things we'll continue to improve, an area we'll continue to improve in.
So, what are some of the coaching points this week to the defense and to your guys?
Well, I think when you look at what plays great defense, what are the things that you're looking for? You're talking about number one, the mindset, the attitude, the intensity, the on-the-field effort. That's a shared responsibility from everybody, coaches and players. You definitely want to stop the run always. This is a dynamic quarterback like last week that can run around. They got athletic guys on the outside, so we want to make sure that we stop the run. We want to make sure we're plugging gaps. We want to make sure that we can create negatives. We want to set great edges to the defense. Also, the vertical passing game. Although the outside receivers maybe don't have all the numbers and the targets, they're athletic, and the quarterback has the ability to push the ball down the field. They did it against LSU. They did it this past week. So we respect the vertical throw game that they have. We want to challenge the intermediate throw game. I think situational football is another big area. We've been statistically a really solid group on third down. That was not the case last week. A big area emphasis for us this week. Play situational football, third down, getting off the stops, getting off the field, respecting the sticks, and then red zone defense. Forcing kicks in the red zone, making sure that they're not scoring touchdowns in the red zone if they get down there when they get down there, and play really sound red zone defense. So the plan is in place, and we know what we have to do to go out and get after South Carolina, and we got to go out there and do our job.
Is there a certain South Carolina player that has given you some trouble in the film room so far?
I think anytime you see a dynamic quarterback that can run and throw, as the case with South Carolina's quarterback, it's always on our minds because you have the play and then you have the extended play, which dual threat quarterbacks can create. Plays that extend, the 2.5 seconds of the normal play and the 2.5 to 3 seconds of the extended play. So how we handle the contain on the drop back situations of the quarterback, and then if and when he does get out, how we're handling discipline coverage on the back end, plastering our man if we're in zone, getting our eyes in the right place, and making sure that they don't create explosives off of extended plays.
You mentioned eyes. Is that particularly tough when you've got to dual threat quarterback? Guys are tempted to look.
Yeah, it's just discipline to do our job. We got to be disciplined with how we teach it, how we install it. Players on the field got to be disciplined to do their job and make sure that every play's got a rule and a responsibility to it. That everyone's following their rule, everyone's taking care of their responsibility, and we're putting our guys in a position to go out there and be successful.
When you watch the film, just how do you think the corners played this past week?
I thought we battled. Some plays that I certainly think we could have played better on. They're continuing. They took the vertical shot on Zabian. He broke one up. One of them got by him. They took the one on Damani. He made a great third down stop with a back shoulder throw into the end zone there. And so they got us on some crack replace things that we got to continue to work on. And it's continued to be a work in progress where we got to learn, we got to grow. I do feel like our unit is a unit on the rise. I do feel like Damani is in a good spot with how he's competing and how he's playing. We can always get better. We're always being extremely critical. And I think the relationships and the trust that we have do allow us to have truthful and honest and real conversations where they know that, hey, if we're giving you something, if we're critiquing you on something, we are doing it in the best interest of you being the best possible man, player, and student that you can be. So the energy is right. And anytime you go through a difficult situation, you get an opportunity to learn and grow from it. And I think that's what our opportunity is this week, to go out there and put our best foot forward, put our best football on display. Don't think we did that. I absolutely did not do that last week, and then so we get another opportunity to showcase that this week.
Is there ever a point where you, before the game, in preparation, that you feel very confident that everything's?
I think there's always a feeling that building up throughout the week. Okay, What was Tuesday like? What was the intensity of the practice like? What was the detail and the coaching and the detail of the play? And as you go through the week, we want to continue to let our confidence grow and build going into game day, and we want to realize that confidence by demonstrated ability on game day. So I think you build your confidence through execution and reps and knowledge, having right conversations with guys. I think there really is a feeling of there's a confirmation that you have. Hey man, we had a pretty good week of work, which you feel like practice execution can lead to game reality. When you're doing a good job in practice, those things can happen right in the game. We want to continue to earn the right to have confidence going into the game because of how we prepared throughout the week. So I think I would agree with you. There is a confidence that can get built throughout the week through execution.
Has Beamer ball come up in practice at all this week?
You know what? We're very aware in terms of their dynamic on special teams. Obviously, we have special teams coordinator, but that plays into a lot of the guys we coach in the back end because they're special teams players, and they create plays and create explosive plays through the kick game. So something we definitely got to be aware of, and just making sure all the way across the board. They got a tremendous coaching staff. They're a well-coached team, and we're going to have to be on top of our game to go out there and play well and execute.
Coach, when you look back at last game, I know there was a negative certainly with a loss, but is there any positive you look back and you say, well, this guy really played good but was overshadowed by a loss?
Absolutely. I think, you're always looking for, the sweet spot. What's the truth? What happened? What did the film say? And not what I wanted to be, not what it looked like to maybe anyone else, but what did the film actually say? And then if it's not where it needs to be, the question is why. And I think that we're always searching for that why. If you were successful at something, why were you successful? If it was not successful, why was it not successful? If we can get to the root of the why, then we can solve problems. And if we can get to the root of the why, whatever is good, we can build on. So I think when you win, sometimes you think everything is great. And if you come up on the wrong side of things, you think everything is poor. And neither one of those are really absolute truths. There's a lot of good moments that occurred in the game, although we didn't get the end result. So we're going to continue to build on those good moments. We got to continue to erase the vertical throw game, which is something, we got to continue to make a point of emphasis on. I think there were over 20 throws the Georgia game thrown down the field, and we won our fair share, ended the game with an interception with a down the field throw. We got to continue to erase big plays. When big plays do happen, why was that the case? Why did they occur? We didn't take the ball away like we wanted to. We didn't get third down stops like we wanted to, something that we've shown the ability to do in previous games. So the discussions that have taken place for us have been healthy, real conversations of why did it not go right. It starts with ownership. It starts with accountability. If you have trust in a relationship, we can have truthful conversations, and we can build and grow, and we can respond to an adverse situation, which I think is the biggest testament of the type of men that we have in the locker room, the type of men we have coaching, men and women we have coaching our football team. Is it's not who you are when everything goes right. It's who you are when things don't go quite the way you thought they would go, and how you respond moving forward. That'll be the story, the real story of the season.
Two more. Good?
Thanks, guys.